Hi and welcome to the next part in our journey to Easter. Today we're in Luke chapter 23 verses 1 to 5 and verses 20 to 24. Then the whole assembly rose and led him off to Pilate, and they began to accuse him, saying, "We have found this man subverting our nation. He opposes payment of taxes to Caesar and claims to be Messiah, a king." So Pilate asked Jesus, "Are you the king of the Jews?" "You have said so," Jesus replied. Then Pilate announced to the chief priests and the crowd, "I find no basis for a charge against this man." But they insisted, "He stirs up the people all over Judea by his teaching. He started in Galilee and has come all the way here." And then verse 20, wanting to release Jesus, Pilate appealed to them again, but they kept shouting, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" For the third time he spoke to them, "Why? What crime has this man committed? I have found in him no grounds for the death penalty. Therefore I will have him punished and then release him." But with loud shouts they insistently demanded that he be crucified, and their shouts prevailed. So Pilate decided to grant their demand. Well, in this passage we see Jesus being put on trial, and Pilate is hearing the case being brought against Jesus. But as he hears the evidence, he concludes, but Jesus hasn't done anything wrong. He's innocent. And yet the people still cry out, "Crucify him." They still want to get rid of him. And Jesus does indeed get handed over to be executed. So why? What's going on behind their desire to kill Jesus? Well, first of all, think about the religious leaders and the people. They're reacting against Jesus' teaching. They didn't like what he was telling them to do. Jesus had called them to repent, to turn back to God, to stop living for themselves and to seek God first in their lives and to listen to him. But they weren't willing to do that. They loved their money, they had desires to grow their wealth, and they just wanted to carry on living their lives the way that they pleased. So they didn't like it when Jesus called them to listen to him and to repent. Well, then also think about Pilate in this passage. He had opportunity to step in at the very end to say, "No, I'm not going to hand Jesus over to you." But he gave in. Why was that? Well, he liked to be popular with the people. And so when it came to the point of either standing up for Jesus, who was innocent, or giving in to the people's request and handing Jesus over to be killed, he thought more about his own concerns, his status, his popularity, and actually thought, I'll choose to go with that and to keep that rather than doing the right thing. So again, he was more concerned about himself, his own selfish needs. So do you see then what was behind Jesus being put to death? It was people not willing to listen to him, not willing to seek God and put God first in their lives. They wanted to live the way that they pleased and to pursue their own agenda to get for themselves what they wanted. Well, as we think about our response to Jesus, this is really instructive to us. We need to beware of rejecting Jesus. And here are a couple of ways in which we can be in danger of rejecting Jesus ourselves. Maybe we're tempted to still live to please ourselves and live our lives the way that we want to, rather than listening to Jesus. We don't like him being an authority over us. Or maybe we love to live for the wealth of this world, and so we'd rather gain lots of things for ourselves than put Jesus first in our lives and to love and serve him. Maybe we're concerned about what people will think of us, and we don't want to lose face or lose popularity, and so we're not willing to follow Jesus maybe for that reason. We need to be aware of those dangers and instead say, actually, I need to do the right thing. I need to seek Jesus and put him first in my life. So, are you willing to do that? Are you willing to turn back to God, to listen to Jesus, to let him be Lord over your life, as he rightly should be, and to live for him? That's what we're being called to here. That's a right response to Jesus. Well, will you respond to him like that? Have a think about that as you reflect on this passage. God bless.